Welcome back to a new video. In this workout, I started the workout with some back squats. The last few days I did back squats heavy and did volume on the previous day, so I certainly wasn't fresh on this day, but I wanted to start the workout with them instead of doing them after other exercises to see what I could push up to. In my mind, I was hoping to be able to hit 230, but as I started to work up, my mom's texting me. My sister and dad both got snow days today, so exciting for them. But I worked up to 202 here. I wanted to try to push up past 230 if it was possible. This was 222, and you can see I kind of got misgrooved and pitched forward a little bit too much, but it moved all right. Then took a crack at this 232, which is the heaviest back squat I've done in a very long time. I think since I've done my PR. So a very difficult weight, as you see here, and I definitely, had to grind through my sticking point. I threw it off there, not for any particular reason. I was just excited to be able to get the weight and didn't feel like trying to rack it in, because it is kind of difficult when it's that whippy with heavier weights like that. And I don't know, just felt like throwing it off. I then went on to do some no foot snatches, and the purpose of doing these was to kind of just lead or to continue to build from the previous sessions where I was doing like no hook, no contact. And because I had just done heavy back squats, I knew there wasn't going to be a good chance of me hitting a lot of, or at least feeling fresh for these. So I actually was able to get up to a pretty decent weight. But these are certainly, it was odd because I obviously wasn't fresh from these and I wasn't feeling good, I should say. But they were moving fast, which is odd because I was so like fatigued. Maybe it was just more like mentally fatigued from the back squat, but this first 100 certainly wasn't very good. You see here I kind of had to fight to keep it forward or to keep it above my head, and so then I repeated the 100 again. My goal when I was doing these was to hopefully get up to 110, but I would have been happy with just 100 with how tired I felt. But after that second 100, then I bumped it up to that 110, and I was able to get it on the second attempt, because this first one here you see it kind of drifted off. This one was a much better rep, obviously, because I was able to get it. Had to walk forward, but that's always how it is. And then took one crack at 115 and was actually able to get it. Certainly was the most I would have been able to do that day. I could have extended better, but a lot of that extension was made worse because the fatigue from my legs, obviously. Here I did some clean and press, and then I worked up on some clean and push press and some clean and jerk. Really light, just to make sure my shoulders are feeling okay. And as I was moving through these weights, I was pleasantly surprised with the progress that kind of like my shoulder lat region, I wasn't having any discomfort when I was holding it here in that rack position. And really the most discomfort I'd have was still in that like transition when the bar's going past my face, but it was much better than the previous day. So I'll just keep keeping it light for a couple days with this movement and making sure everything is clearing up just fine, but there isn't really, like, it's pretty rapidly improving, so I'm not too worried about any sort of long-term issue with that. And if anything, it'll probably be good for my left shoulder as well, to give some time off from jerks and stuff, and I might make some adjustments to my training to have more generally light clean and jerk work, and then to still kind of have that heavier day of the week, but to do less heavy clean jerks during the week, and maybe focus more on doing cleans and jerks separate, or just doing light movements like this just to really focus on the technique, and more stuff like presses and push presses on these days that will force me to be limited in the amount of weight that I'm going above head, but also will give me some benefits with that. I don't know, just always some stuff to think about. But this was the heaviest I went here with the 120. I made myself go all the way down on the clean. It's not really that difficult because I'm not good at power cleans, but I wanted to see how the full clean felt, which it felt good, and the jerk felt pretty good. Certainly was the most discomfort. I didn't want to push up past that, but definitely happy to be able to get up to that weight, and obviously very happy to hit a very heavy back squat. So everything's going really well with training. I don't think I'll squat again today, but you never know. My leg is pretty sore. My legs are pretty sore, and my knee is pretty sore from that as well. So probably best if I didn't. But that's it for this one. Hopefully you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Peace.